or told to go when the clock strikes 6:33 on the Pacific Coast, but whatever 33 it is for you, wherever you are. And hello to you, whoever you are, as we are the Midwest F1 League, and we are back with our multiplayer series, our Friday night series from, as you can see on the left side of your screen there, and from the flag, the Brazilian Grand Prix circuit. Now, the Brazilian Grand Prix is a fan favorite to a lot of people at Autodromo Jose Carlos Pace. First race all the way back in 1973, fastest lap set by Valtteri Bottas in 2018. Now, of course, we do a 25% race with no qualifying and random grid. If this is your first time to multiplayer, then that's about it on what we do. Now, we've got a pretty decent lineup for you here today. I'll post the link into the Discord, try and get as many people in as possible. But we are fully underway here. Like I said, we just fly right into it here, so be sure to be ready, as no qualifying, could just toss right into the race. These drivers don't know where they're going to race within until about half an hour before, and Stat even did a Brazil, I think that was the last race that needed to be, and then he threw up the wheel for you to watch to see what track it would be. And it was weird how I dropped my controller, but it was weird how the conversation was before of people saying that they don't like Spain when I see it's Spain, and then people are saying, oh no, not Spain, but it just said, Stat just said Brazil and wheel, and then didn't actually announce Spain, and then the freaking wheel brought up Spain. Like, what is, I don't know, some sort of anomaly just was witnessed there. Nikki, thanks for tuning in, my guy. Nice little Pog Champ, the new Pog Champ. Ooh, Cam hitting us with a subscription, as he subscribed with Prime for his second month. Very, very much appreciated, mon ami. Yeah, Cam, how you feeling, dude? But yeah, we are about to get into it here. Best Pawns is saying that he's got first overall on pole here. We'll see how it goes. A couple other Div 1 drivers in the chat, as well as the Best Pawns Div 2 driver representing yesterday. He's got the lead into turn 1. Rustier T. Oh, does he get spun out right away? Oh, Jinnit to win it is already gone, and we have 3 drivers off at turn 1. Snooker and Crustier T. Mystic Joker as well, all the way back here. That's not what you want to see. Oh my god. This is the guy's first race here. And a safety car already. Wow. Oh my god. I believe this is Crustier T's first ever race for Midwest. And he just got binned in turn 1. And we have a safety car. Wow. That's not what you want to see. I wasn't able to catch what happened there. Yo. It needs his own emoji for his unlucky DNFs. Yeah, so going into Season 3, I'm going to do a little bit more of a better job of trying to update our emojis, or our subscriber badges and whatnot. See what I can do. Hopefully we can start gaining a little more followers here. Very much appreciate anyone that's a fan of Formula 1. If you have any friends, maybe check them. Send them our way and get them to check out the stream. We very much appreciate it. We love everyone that comes by and swings by to take a peek at what we got here in the Midwest F1 League. So, but like I said, in between season 2 and 3, I'm gonna hopefully spend some time and maybe look into dipping into the league funds and getting someone to create some proper emotes, or just see if we can get someone to do it connected to the league, as we did initially have the safety car, which is perfect, as well as the Raise Energy, but that subscription or whatever, the collaboration with Rage, just went out the window because they're really annoying. So now we've got, yeah, I don't know what the hell, Janet, like, you are the most unlucky guy ever. I'm just like, I feel bad for you, my guy. Like, yeah, I mean, what can you do when you live in a shoe, though, eh? So, it is what it is. But we progress forward. We are currently in a safety car. People need to get kicking from the league, to be fair. Oh, damn. Chalky, good to see you, my guy. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that. I gifted you a sub last week, did I not? I think I did. But yeah, thanks for tuning in once again, man. Appreciate the support. Love to see it. But you tuned in at a good time as we're sitting and watching a safety car. So lovely stuff here. The best pawn's hold on to his lead. I'll go into the details and see the position move. Smith Pels mostly gained 10. Crustier T down 9. Cake Thompson's into the pit, so he's going to drop down. Jinna Twin, unfortunately, losing out 13 positions, as well as any possible chance for points on this race. Smith Pell, did he bin it? I think Smith Pell spun out around turn 1. Yeah, no worries, dude. Anytime. Glad that you came back. That's why I did it. That's why I do it, man. Who DNF'd Jin? Yeah, Jin, did you catch who the culprit was that DNF'd you? Now, currently, right now, we have our Midwest Reapers, our Rainbow Six team, scrimming Seattle Nova. And from what I've been told, they're winning that series. We started off, if you have any interest in the Rainbow Six team that I am managing, we started off with an overtime loss. But it was a loss, but we were missing our best player / captain, as well as we came back and tied the match 4 separate occasions, including coming down 2 rounds in a 6-4 comeback to tie it 6-6. But it looks like Mr. Joker's got Money Matt, as well as Mr. Joker looks like he's actually getting overtaken from Impossible Bacon on the inside line. Impossible Bacon's trying to ride it out, and he gets the move done, actually. So Money Matt slots back down into 12th. Oh, Kaz is spun out and caught red-handed. That's all I'm going to say there. So Zidge, yes, gets overtaken by Monkey Mafia. Explain offsides and icing in hockey? Really? Offsides in hockey are the easiest thing, as well as icing. Do I need to, yeah, do you actually need me to explain offsides and icing? I mean, I can. But right now we got Mystic Joker trying to work on Snooker. Snooker's going to the outside line. Mystic Joker trying to take the shorter way around. Nearly a little bit of a tap there. Can Mystic outbreak him on those hards? Doing a good job, but Snooker's gone the soft, so he's trying to ride the racing line. But Mystic Joker gets it done in the end. Just shows how good Mystic is. Best Palms gets overtaken by Elma Jacko going into turn 4. So Jacko's got the lead in this race. I feel like I'm so far behind in this race. Money Matt gets overtaken by Random Serious. I'm not on my game this evening. Honest to God. Kaz gets around Kaz. By around, I mean he goes on the inside. A little bit of a tap for Money Matt as Kaz goes through there. But all is okay. Impossible Bacon seems to be the closest to Snooker there. Snooker on the softs is going to try and want to hold that position with Impossible behind on the hards. Why does Canadian football only use 3 down like it's dumb? Dude, Canadian football is a dying breed. don't even get me started on that. Canadian football. You actually know what Canadian football is. It's funny. So, the CFL uses 3 downs as well as the wide receivers or slot backs can get in motion and time the snap in full stride. So they're allowed to start like 10 yards back and then start running up to the first down line. Oh, Stucker gets a little bit too heavy on the throttle. That's going to put him into the wall. And yeah, he's completely facing the other way. Not what you want to see. It is what it is, but he's got to deal with what his card is. So, Canadian Football League. Alright. 3 downs. Mistake overtake on Will is going to be one to watch for. Will does not back down easy. Okay, well, it's a good thing that I went over here. So, Canadian Football League, 3 downs. Slot backs can be in motion while the ball is being snapped. Mahi Mahi is really making up some ground on ZGS. A little bit of a tap from ZGS on Mahi. And Mahi drifts it. Oh, he almost had it done. He was actually so close to just drifting that turn and getting his position nearly straight back. Okay, Canadian Football League, Mahi Mahi's continually dropping down the order. Canadian Football League, 3 downs, slot backs are in motion, but it's just all the hype behind it is completely gone. Mahi Mahi's retired from session. But the only people that really pay attention to the Canadian Football League now is like old people, because the Canadian Football League to people in their 40s and 50s was actually exciting, and like the guys in the Canadian Football League were actually like celebrities around town, but like it's just impossible they can get the move on. No, Random Series actually bringing it back, so Random Series containing his position and actually getting DRS as well. Will Ann's looking to try and get ZGS. Will's actually making a pretty good run. A little bit of taps between the drivers there. But Will's going to send it around the inside and get the move done. ZGS trying to battle there, and he looks like he's got Mystic Joker trying to work around the outside here into turn 9. Mystic's doing a good job of making that move stick and does a very good job of getting some solid traction out of that turn and taking the position away. Okay, Canadian Football League, 3 downs. Slot backs are in motion. Hype is gone. People that only like it are like 40, 50 years old, and no one likes it because no one goes to the games, and they have these massive stadiums. It's only big in Saskatchewan, in Winnipeg, Toronto. They can barely find a stadium because no one watches it there. Montreal as well has been jumping around. Actually, they've kind of settled down on a stadium as of late. Hamilton is pretty decent in because all they have in Hamilton is football and a CHL hockey team. They got nothing there. But just in the big cities like Vancouver and Toronto, like they just don't care about it at all. It's just not entertaining, in my opinion. And if they collaborate with the XFL, which is supposedly rumors, because both are really struggling financially because of the COVID thing, but CFL was always struggling financially, and honestly it would have gone under if it were not for the TV agreement that TSN bought the CFL TV rights for like a decent amount of money, enough to keep the league doing well. But they rely a lot on ticket sales, and because they haven't been getting much of them, then like for example, like the 2020 season didn't even happen, and I could care less. I went to a game with my girlfriend, and I had to convince her to stay to the halftime because she got tickets for free from work, and she did not care at all. Like, it's just so boring. Like, going to a game, like, there's zero hype. And now, to be honest, okay, bold take here, NFL with no fans, boring, okay? The major hype behind the game is from the fans, okay? You can say the same thing about soccer. Soccer without fans, okay, it's okay. Same with the NFL. The NFL, the amount of... Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm just like asking to be roasted here. But okay, the NFL, there's so much time that's just ran off the clock. The amount of actual game time in a game where the ball is actually in motion is like 12 minutes. Other than that, it's just the clock being ran down and the fans cheering. Like, okay, the time that the ball is actually in play, okay, exciting. Okay, I understand, like, these guys are like 350 pounds, like, ripped to crap, and are able to run quicker than a fucking cheetah. Alright, that's cool. They hit really hard. That's cool. Alright, entertaining, but can be, you know, not if it weren't for fans. In my opinion, don't hate me. I'm an NFL fan, though. You know, I watch the Super Bowl every year. I'm a Buccaneers fan. I've been a Buccaneers fan since the 2000s. Yeah, but you don't notice it too much during TV. Now, see, the thing is that, like... Okay. That's the thing. Oh, do we got a full-on safety car or just a VSC here? Who spun out and why do we got this? That's the thing, that's the situation with a lot of sports. Is that, like, the support behind the sport is also what makes the sport. Like, a lot of people, dude, like, Twitter is ruthless for sports. And, like, especially, like, for whatever reason, I'm noticing soccer fans are just, like, roasting baseball fans. Like, which is the weirdest thing. Like, if MLB.com, like, tweets out something, and, like, a soccer fan will, like, come in and post, like, MLB, like, baseball, not a real sport. And then baseball will be like, okay, well, you can explain, like, soccer a real sport? And then the soccer guy's just like, oh, yeah, well, soccer's better. And then it'll get, like, 5 times the amount of likes just because soccer's so, like, world-renowned, right? Even though that, yeah, I mean, I'm a soccer fan as well, but it can be boring as well. And it can also be stupid. Yeah, Europeans are ruthless. Like, honest to God. Dude, like, nothing is as savage as, like, soccer Twitter. Like, honestly, basketball Twitter is, like, fairly, like, tame, and compared to, like, soccer Twitter, like, they don't give, like, 2 shits. Like, they just, like, they absolutely roast on soccer Twitter. Like, they'll go into, like, team accounts, and they'll just, like, tweet one... The team will tweet, like, oh, unlucky loss 2-1, and then the opposing fan will just be like, your team's ass, and then it'll get, like, more likes than what the actual team gets from posting out their tweet. Like, it's just, like, I don't know, it's just crazy. Because there's just so many teams that, like, hate each other, that anytime one team loses, the other, like, teams can join with the one team that beat them. It's just... Yeah, that's true. Basketball Twitter hardly talks about basketball anymore. Honest to God, yeah, you're not wrong. 100%. We look like we're going to see some pit stops there. ZGS is into it. Impossible Bacon stays out. Mr. Joker is in first place, so kind of missed that. He did overtake Will Lands. Jacko is into the pit, or has pitted already. Mystic, I don't believe has, as I'm trying to get back. Actually, yes, he has. Alright, so Mystic Joker's sitting fairly pretty here. Jacko's trying to work on Impossible Bacon. I'll try and jump back over to that, but he gets the move done into turn 4. Yeah, ratio. Like, no shit. Ratio. Like, you know what? Honestly, basketball, it's just not entertaining to me, man. Honestly, it can be kind of cool from time to time, but that's just another hype sport, honestly. It's cool when they're dunking and whatever. You gotta respect, like, their game and their handles and everything and their speed and whatnot. But honestly, it's just, it's not my cup of tea. I mean, you know, I'm probably completely outnumbered there, but. And, like, another thing is, like, that's the problem with hockey. Is because hockey's... Oh, and there goes Smith Pell. Well, that sucks. That's 4 racers gone now. Yeah, I know. I'm not a basketball guy. I'm just not. The thing is about here in Vancouver, man, people are such bandwagon jumpers. Like, that's all I notice. Like, the whole city is just bandwagon jumpers. March Madness is the best tournament in any sport. Like, March Madness is really cool. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that's a really cool idea. And the amount of cool stuff that they do around basketball makes it enjoyable, but just the gameplay itself, like, it's really annoying. The last, and this is, like, a problem with football as well. The last, like, 30 seconds take, like, 15 minutes. Like, just timeout. Like, it's just... that's just what annoys me, and it's such a contradicting thing because I'm a baseball fan, like, and baseball can take, like, hours. But yeah, there you go. You see Random trying to work on Jacko. Random's got the pace to keep up with Jacko. It's all about if he can stay consistent. Jacko's trying to pull away here. Not Jack. Yeah, Jacko is feeling it. He's moving and grooving very solid here. But Random is going to get DRS. If he has a good day at the office, he can get her done on Jacko here. As like games taking forever, or games being hyped in the NBA? mean by that, Nikki? Jacko's trying to pull away from Random. Random's doing as much as he can to try and stay with him. We'll see how old these tires are. They're on the same. Actually, Jacko's on the medium, so Random's in a real tough spot. Kaz is trying to get into the top 9. Tries to go down the inside line, forces ZGS in a lesser racing line, and Kaz is able to swing it around the outside into turn 3 and get the move done. Gets DRS as well. The last minute taking thing. I mean, it is and it isn't. Because if a team is like within like 5 or 6 points, they're just going to keep fouling. And that's where it just gets boring. And I mean, like, I don't know. I'm starting to get so much more into Formula 1 now. Just because I just go through these phases of different sports. But, you know, going back to, like, Vancouver being bandwagon jumper fan base, when the Vancouver Canucks are good, everyone's walking around with Vancouver Canucks stuff. When the Vancouver Canucks are bad, you see, like, the diehards walking around with Vancouver Canucks stuff. When the BC Lions are good, no one cares. When the Toronto Raptors are good, a lot of people are buying Raptors crap and walking around with that. When the Seattle Seahawks are good, so many people are buying Seattle Seahawks stuff. Like when the Seahawks won in 14 or whatever it was, or 15, there's so many people, like diehard Seahawks fans or whatever, right? And I think it was 16, wasn't it? No, 15. Whatever. Like, so many people are walking around with Seahawks crap. And then the Seahawks are half decent, and you see a not nearly the same amount. Like, it's just such a bandwagon jumping market. We have no right to complain about sports being, well, yeah, we're willing to watch Mercedes once every weekend. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, 2014. That's the thing, though, is that Mercedes, like, you hate to say it, but it's true. Like, they're ruining the F1 experience with them winning, like, over half the races since 2015. It's just boring. It's, like, no one's watching the battle for the win anymore. No one cares about it. It's not that big. No one. Everyone's watching the midfield battle, like straight up. Like when you're watching a race, you're looking like, oh, Danny Rick's in 4th. Like that's huge. Like when he was on Renault, but like, and you're like, oh, okay, Max, Bottas, Verstappen, 1, 2, 3, in whatever order that they finish in. But it's just not entertaining anymore. Like in that regard, like for the battle for first place. Ferrari was absolute dog crap last year, so that ruined that. I mean, yeah, okay, Perez won one race. Like, a lot of things went right for it to happen. Like, with Mercedes just being absolutely terrible that day. And, those are the cool races. Like, those are the historic races when a team not named Mercedes, Ferrari, or Red Bull are getting a race win. But Jacko's going to try and set the outside line. Sorry, Will Ann's going to defend the inside, but Jacko's got the tire compound advantage as well as he's got the position gained. Will Ann's is going to get DRS here, going down the straight into turn 4, but he won't be able to get close enough here. Jacko's going to hold on to second, and he's got 3.5 seconds to try and close down, to try and catch Mystic Joker, but Mystic Joker is doing a very good job. We'll take a quick check at the penalties here. Will Ann's is actually in very much jeopardy of losing 3rd place. Turkey was the best race last year, and it was a Hamilton win. Yes, that was the terrible tarmac, wasn't it? The very fresh tarmac. And Crestier T is gone as well. DNFing. I'm not sure if that was a crash. Okay, he's in a very peculiar spot there. Okay, so he's pulled off to the side, so he retired the car. Okay, so Knuckles working on ZGS, trying to get into the top 10. Yeah, greasy track. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a brand new track, and it wasn't worn down at all. I saw something that they actually brought cars to like they were just bringing on cars on the track to try and drive on it as much as possible throughout the night to try and wear down the tarmac as much as possible. Ooh, Knuckles thinking about a move into turn 1, but decides not to. Sticking behind ZGS, might try and get a good run out of turn 3, maybe something into turn 4 here. ZGS kind of cutting that line out of turn 3, and Knuckles just takes the cleaner racing line, and into 10th place he goes. ZGS with the penalty. I was trying to figure out who it was. Okay, so Mr. Joker does come over with the win. Jacko finishes in second. Random Serious will take third place. Will Ans drops down into fourth. Beating out Impossible Bacon by a second and 3/4. The best pawn sitting in sixth, and will finish in sixth. Yeah, Joker's an anomaly. There you go. We'll kick it to your username. Monkey Mafia coming over. In a top 7 finish. Cash in a top 8, finishing on the Shosh. Knuckles in 9, ZGS in 10th. And that's about it. Oh, Cam, hitting with the 100 bits. Let's go. Thanks, dude. You're always the bit leader, because no one else donates bits. Racism earlier today, dudes. A. Like, TRHE. Yeah, no. He's definitely hacked. Straight up. He's hacked. He's a hacker. I'll be honest, I've known this about Mr. Joker for a while. Maybe I'll release the messages that he sent me about him hacking, but I privately interviewed him one day. I sat him down over text message, trying to catch, and I said, Mystic, how are you so fast? And he just said, a hack. I'm like, okay, well, that was a lot quicker than what I thought it would be. He goes, I'm a hacker. I hacked the game. That's why I'm so fast. So, yeah, it was a boring interview, so I didn't bother posting. I didn't bother telling anyone because it was so boring, and it just wasn't as exciting as I thought it'd be, that I didn't bother telling everyone that Mr. Joker hacks, and that's why he's so fast. But Mr. Joker, hacker, finishes first. Jacko, also a hacker, finished second. Random Serious, a hacker, but only in hacking how to lock up his brakes, in third. Will Ans fourth. Impossible Bacon fifth. The best pawn sixth. Monkey Mafia seventh. Kaz eighth. Knuckles ninth. ZGS 10th. Money Matt finishing just outside the top 10 and 11th. VTech in 12th. And Snooker in 13th. And we got some DNFs going from Crustier, T. Smith, Pellcake, Thomas, Mahi Mahi, and unfortunately Jinnen to win it right off the get-go. And completely unlucky. For Anomaly, overtakes Cam for the bit lead. Cam, are you going to take that? Are you going to take that? Really? You're always bit leader. But very much appreciated there for Anomaly. Love to see it. Thanks for the bits, my guy. Thanks for supporting the stream. Now, everything that you do send into the Midwest F1 League does just go straight back towards the guides and the winners to get the trophies, as well as our subscription to PSN. So it is not just going, oh, Cam hits back with another 100 bits. Cam is not taking no crap. Call it a draw. Oh, that's some soft stuff, Cam. I'm gonna be honest, because it ain't a tie. You're sitting in second. Look at that silver bit majigger. Oh, For Anomaly says, fuck the tie. Give me the dub, bitch. Drops another 100. Putting it up to 3. Cam's scared. Cam doesn't know what to do. He wants to come back at him, but he doesn't know what to do. Is he going to do it? Is he going to hit us with another 200 bits to take the lead? I don't know. But we're going to Barcelona while we wait for that. So I will be sure to tell you how it ends between. This is a tough spot. I know. This is a rough spot and a tough spot as well. So I'm waiting patiently to see what Cam does. But while he is trying to figure it out, and before I make him feel really awkward for not donating bits, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Spain. Spain is a Formula 1 track. Okay, that's about it. Cam, are you going to donate or not, my guy? Like, what are we waiting here for? I'm just kidding. I don't want to pressure you, dude. Like, you don't have to donate at all. I'm just being a little shithead. Spanish Grand Prix. Let's pull up this track map here. Get a good peek so I don't look like a... Ooh, yeah, use your stimulus, my guy. Joe Biden wants you to donate to the Forum Gilage League But hey, you know what? While we got a little bit of break in action, let's just check out how Crash McQueen's fantasy hockey team is doing. Now he's currently sitting at 283.3 points. The Dick Twisters are up over the Gritty Gang at 187.40. So now the Dick Twisters right now are sitting in 8th in the division, holding on to the last playoff spot. But with a win here and a loss by 7th place, they will jump up. And they are playing 5th, so they will tie 5th. And they are looking to have more overall points, so they will jump ahead of them. 6th place is projected to win, but is right now losing. So if 6th place were to lose, the Dick Twisters would jump from 8th all the way to 5th. 5th place in the league, and even out their record to 5-5. So that's something that we are hoping to do. For Anomaly, dropping another. Anomaly, what do you... I'll get you next time, Anomaly. Gotta regroup and resupply for redeployment. Yeah, F's in the chat for Cam's reign of first place is gone. NHL.com. Okay, so now you're honorary Canadian here, because I don't think Hotspots is Canadian. Was going to go through NHL standings quick, but not today. Knuckles has got Polk, Monkey Mafia on the inside line, Jinnit in 3rd. Hopefully Jinnit, honestly I'm hoping Jinnit gets the W here. Unlucky stuff. I have a bunch of butts from years of saving them. Yak. Jinnit sends around the outside line, overtakes Monkey Mafia into turn 1. Knuckles is trying to hold on. We got Mystic Joker already taking over Jacko there. So that's not what Jacko wants to see. We'll jump on board with Smith Pell as he gets overtaken, Mahi as he gets overtaken by Smith Pell on the inside line. Smith Pell goes right into the middle of the track. A little bit of ghosting there from King Thomas as he might have lagged out. And Smith Pell smokes the wall. Rustier gets overtaken by Mystic Joker. Mystic has to put it right onto the dirt. Jacko trying to come back at Mystic. Mystic not giving way. Nearly a little bit of bumping and grinding from the two, but Mystic's got the inside line. Has to cut a little bit of the turn as well as a little bit of Jacko. But he's got the full car ahead and holds on to 5th place. Will Ans overtakes Knuckles. As did Knuckles spin out? I think he did. Yeah. Actually, no, he didn't spin out. He's still alive. So Mystic's trying to work on Monkey Mafia. Let's see what Monkey can do here. Pork Chops, you in the chat tonight? Looks exciting battle to watch. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Bumping and grinding. You know what? I want to go to South or North Dakota, wherever those crews are from, and I literally want to work a day with them. Like, I want to go into their warehouse and help them label shirts and shoot the shit with them. I feel like it'd be funny. Mystic Joker, yes, overtakes Monkey Mafia for 3rd place, and then Jacko overtakes Monkey Mafia for 4th place. So Monkey back down in 5th. Can't do too much there. You think it'd be funny? Like, I don't know why. I just want to go work a day with those guys. Like, I feel like it'd be fun. You think I'd be allowed? Probably not. I'd probably have to get my work visa in place or whatever. Maybe we can just come hang out. Go chill. I'm pretty sure Helg's got an office. Go hang out in Helg's office. Oh, the best ones. That's a tough turn. You can get a little bit too much pace through that turn. I'll throw you off as it just did there. Mystic Joker actually picking up a time penalty. What? That's not like him. He's like robotic because he's a hacker. So like, that's why he's robotic. Money Matt back down into 9th. Closest? No, actually it's Mystic Joker closest on track. Okay, I've moved to my computer. I hope my spelling is better. It's okay. Clogmonger can't spell anyway, so I can understand gibberish. Crash, we can bump and grind. Can we bump and grind? Bumping and grind. Now, where did this come from, Nikki? Have I Where does the bumping and grinding question arise from? Cake Thomas and Cash seem to be getting a little bit of a tussle back down in 13th place. Cake is completely ghosted. Mystic is trying to work on Will Ans as he did get an overtake last race, and now trying to do the same here. But 3 seconds of penalties is what Mystic sits with, and this is such a weird view, seeing Mystic with the only guy on track with a penalty room. You were talking about bumping and grinding earlier in the race. I don't want to step on the toes of your manager. I'll leave that to her. We're trying to find a 5th Snooker first DNF of the race. That would be hot. Okay, Cam. There we go. Mystic gets the pass on to Will Ans and is in 2nd place. He's got a little bit of a... You know what? Jinnit can probably hold off Mystic here. And if Will Ans is able to stay close to Mystic and Jacko stay close to Will Ans, Mystic actually might finish off the podium if there were to be no penalties. But of course, so we'll have to take a peek at that and on how that finishes. But right now, it's VTech getting close to Money Mad, but we're going to go back onto Jacko's. Jacko, right on the inside line of Will Ans. He's going to try and outbrake him going into turn 10. We got the inside line. Will Ans has to give way into that beautiful cotton candy, pink and baby blue car of his. Some good stuff. Lovely, lovely livery there. Oh, as well. Oh, it's just the front side. You know what? I would have preferred the whole thing. I was going to look at ordering a controller. And I just, for whatever reason, I wanted cotton candy, my guy. Like, I don't know. There's something about cotton candy. VTech just finds himself a little bit off of turn 15 there, so VTech has to drop down the grid. Random series in the pit. Best Pawns getting alongside Knuckles 89, and Knuckles back down into 8th place. You know what? I believe Knuckles. Joker was a mess around. I thought Jacko was untouchable. No, Joker's a freak. Joker's good racer. Joker races good. He's like, here, I'll go on to Joker's POV. Now I'm gonna jinx it with the broadcaster's curse here, but you tell me any of these turns that he misses the perfect apex on. Like, okay, solid. Didn't get too high. Like, how many turns have we seen here? That's why him being the first to get a penalty is such a thing that will probably never happen again in the Midwest F1 League existence. We went through the whole second half of that lap, and he didn't miss one apex. Like, okay, everyone can miss an apex from time to time, even if you're, like, absolutely cracked out on Adderall. But, like, he's literally a bot. Like, honestly. He's literally like an AI 120. I don't know what he does. But, like, tell me I'm wrong. Has any of these turns been a not nearly perfect apex? He's already slashed a second and a half off of Jinnit to win it. And Jinnit to win it is a very good driver. Like, he's really good. Like, it's soothing to watch. Like, there's this one Adderall PEDs for video games. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Crust your tea is not taking the proper apex. But we're completely one full lap done. And still yet to see him miss an apex. This lap, he's slashed off nearly a full half second. He's going to try and undercut Mystic Joker here. Or Mystic Joker's going to try and undercut Jinnit to win it. So we'll tune off of the bot and onto Mahi Mahi. Now, with all due respect to these guys, like Monkey Mafia, he's really been improving a lot from the beginning of Midwest F1 League's time. As well as Mahi Mahi's a pretty solid driver. He's fairly quick, but he misses apex from time to time. Like, this is going to be a good close battle between these two guys, especially seeing that Mahi is on some softs. we'll take a peek. And so, yeah, Monkey Mafia is actually on the mediums, where at this point they're going to be fairly close to the same pace of Mahi Mahi. So this will be a good battle. This will be a good test for Monkey Mafia. Monkey Mafia has been slowly but surely increasing his pace. Mahi's a pretty solid guy. He's a good driver. Money Matt on Knuckles. It would be something for Knuckles to prove, especially with Impossible Bacon sitting in behind those two. So Impossible, he's proved that he's a good driver. He's at least a B tier driver. We've seen him reach A, but he's minimal B tier driver. Can you, like, fair rating? Like, come on. So we'll have to see if Knuckles can hold off Money Matt, and then as well hold off Impossible Bacon, as Impossible Bacon's already getting right on the back of Money Matt. So Money Matt actually is probably worrying about Impossible right now. But Money somewhat gets lucky as Knuckles comes into the pit, so he does get DRS. So that's going to make it so his lead will be safe for at least a couple more turns. Into it, you can see coming up the pit there. Will Ants, Knuckles, VTech all pitting. Couple of them exiting, couple of them entering. Money Matt still holding on to 4th place. Monkey Mafia trying to get back on Mahi Mahi. And right now, that's somewhat the closest battle here. So actually, here you go. Mystic, after coming in 1 lap earlier, the undercut seems to have worked real well here, as he shaved off a full second to Jinnit to win it. And now a little bit of a traffic ahead. A couple of drivers on some older tire compounds. I think the move, it would be impossible, but it's not looking so. Now Jinnit is going to be nervous with Mystic right in behind. Both on very fresh mediums, and the 2 cars head on to some older ones. Who's B tier? Bacon? Yeah, I'm saying Bacon minimum B tier. Oh, Impossible Bacon. That hurts. Doesn't completely bin it, saves it. Is Money Matt going to dive into the pit as well? Yes, he will. So Jinnit is going to get saved. Yeah. Yeah, Impossible did save it. He does stay out. Being on those mediums, he can ride those a little bit longer. Now Jacko's up in first right now, and he's gone really deep onto those softs. Mahi Mahi the best pawns. Can the best pawns find a good defense? But Mahi actually gets a really good run out of turn 3. Best pawn sends it deep into 4, trying to defend. But Mahi Mahi opts out of the attack on that turn. Instead, sticks it behind, and maybe we might potentially see something into turn 10. Now, both these drivers, Mahi Mahi, are really good drivers as well. But like they make tiny little mistakes, and that's just the difference between them and Mystic Joker, who's just literally a robot and doesn't make anything. But Mahi Mahi does get the overtake going around the outside and gets a full car length ahead, and he is Gucci and up into 7th. That straight stretch might not be long enough for Mystic. Mystic's going to want to try and pass Jinnit sooner rather than later. 6th it behind. Wait, yo, whoa. Hey, Bobby the Boopy, come on, man. Random Series is actually getting fairly close to ZGS on those fairly new hards, with ZGS riding on some 5 last old sauce. But Random Series gets a really good run out of turn sitting. ZGS gets a penalty. Or no, that's Kaz, my mistake. Random Series gets alongside and in front, full car ahead into turn 1, gets the move done, and finds himself into 11th place. Mystic Mediocre still sitting in behind Jinnit here. Haven't seen him try and lunge into a corner. Now, when I think about that, honestly, yesterday, I believe it was, with Jinnit jumping into turn 1, Huh. Maybe sometime soon, but here we go. Is Mystic takes a peek at Jinnit, but doesn't go for it. Jinnit's got to be feeling some pressure here. Now these, of course, the McLaren drivers of Division 1, the powerhouse team of McLaren, as well as we have one half of the powerhouse team of Ferrari in Jacko with his teammate Jay Chase. I don't know how Jay Chase went so deep into the picking, because he was up there and no one picked him for the longest time, and then he kind of honestly fell into Jacko's lap. ZGS has retired in pit. We're 11 laps in here. Here we go. Jacko's right in behind Impossible. Impossible on 10 lap old mediums. Jacko should have this move in the bag. JC falling. Jacko gets the fairly routine pass from Impossible. Impossible can't defend too well from being on those old mediums. Monkey's actually switched onto the softs. He's 8.5 seconds separated between himself and Will Ann, so I think that might be a little bit too far gone here. Kaz and Smith Pell, closest battle on track. Mystic Joker does overtake Jinnit to win it, and the stupid, ugly face that I am missed the pass. Jinnit also getting a penalty, so the stupid idiot, double ugly face that I am misses that. So Jinnit's going to try and get himself back into the first place. But Mystic Joker holding on to that as we stand. Jacko 5 seconds back. We'll have to see if we can close that gap. Maybe a little bit of a tussling between Jinnit and Joker will help. But I couldn't imagine there being too much bad blood in a battle between these two guys. They have a fairly good relationship. So a lot of respect will be given on track between them. So we'll see how she goes. Jacko actually setting the fastest lap as I say that. In a 1:17.211, so 3/10 quicker than Jinnit to win its. Actually, Mystic Joker's fastest lap. So, while we have a little bit of a lull here, you know how being a guy in a relationship, you can just get girls just want to get mad at you sometimes, and you're just like, whatever, okay, fine, I probably deserve it, right? So my girlfriend noticed that I have like the same. Or I said, like, oh, you know what? I've got to get a new pit stick. And she's like, okay. Well, why? Or not why? What am I saying? She says, oh, how long have you had that one? And I go, oh, probably a year and a half. Knuckles going a little bit too deep into turn 11. Money Matt, nearly loses it, and by doing so, actually loses the position. Possible Bacon jumps up a spot. So Impossible now back into 8th after a little bit of a misfortune from the two drivers ahead. So the lady gets mad at me. Okay, so I say I need a new pit stick. Okay, she says, how long have you had that pit stick? Oh, I was like, oh yeah, a year and a half. She's like, you had that for a year and a half? And I go, yeah, well, I don't use it. She goes, why don't you use it? And I said, well, I don't need it. And she goes, why don't you need it? I'm like, have you ever smelled me? Like, you ever smell me thinking that I need pit stick? She's like, a couple times. I'm like, yeah, and that's the only time that I have to put it on. Other than that, I never have to put on pit stick. So then she's like, she gets all mad at me. She's like, you never have to put on pit stick? I'm like, yeah, no, I just don't need it. And she's like, really? You have to put on pit stick? Like, this is so stupid. I have to buy pit stick once every 3 months, blah, 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 blah. And you never have to freaking buy it. So I get in trouble because I don't have to buy pit stick. You know. It's my fault, of course. I'll take it. This is what it is. I'll be better next time. But that's Crash's relationship rant for the day. Now, of course, if you have any relationship issues, you can bring it to me. I'm a pretty genuine guy. I'm a pretty fair guy. I don't play favorites. So, if Hannah, you got any questions about Nikki, by all means, I'll pick sides on that. I'll always support Hannah there. But you know, any sort of life problems, you know, any of that. I've had a couple beers in me, so that's why I'm so talkative and on random bullcrap this whole stream. Impossible Bacon. There we go. Now he gets the pace. I had to kind of wait for that one a little bit. He was stuck in behind the Best Palms, and then out of nowhere, the pace came up, and Best Palms is going to try and defend around the outside, but Spain doesn't really offer that for a wheel-to-wheel. You can do it, but it's not that good. And Best Palms opts out of it, and Impossible Bacon up into 7th. Now 2.1 seconds out of Mahi on some 5-lap old mediums, as long as a penalty. So Impossible in a pretty good spot to finish at least 6th here. So I'd like Pork Chops to stop in the stream, though. I'd like to say hello to him. Money Matt is still tight in behind. How is the league on stewards? Oh. I didn't even chat, and stewards are just me. Pretty good. Yeah, that's fair, Nikki. I mean, sometimes it's a lot, depending on the division. But yeah. Exactly that. So we've been able to split it up fairly well. So Stat and I have a very neutral view on Division 1. So we're Division 1 stewards along with Will Ann's actually in 4th place. So Will help out with Division 1 stewards as well. And then it's just kind of split throughout Division 1 as well as other drivers. No one stewards for a division that they race in, and if there's any dispute between a driver on Friday or Wednesday on an incident that they are involved in, they do not chime in. All they do is give their explanation, and then they don't say anything and let the other guys deal with it. But this week is an unfortunate week for the amount of stewards reports that we got in from Div 1. So we might be a little bit behind, and not all of them will get the same care as they normally do, to be completely honest, as we have so many. But a lot of them are fairly cut and dry. For Anomaly, do you have Pork Chops on Discord? You could message him and see if he's interested in bringing on another steward. Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. Honestly, just message him. Money Matt trying to get back on Knuckles. Goes around the inside line on turn 3 and gets the job done in the end. Oh, Mystic Joker actually drops back. The Robot loses a position on the last lap, and I missed it because I'm a stupid dumb face. Yeah, I remembered you were somewhat involved in the league there, Valentine, so. Jinnit looking like he's gonna... Oh, how far down is the straight? Oh, Jinnit does get it in the end. Jacko is gonna come over in 3rd, so Jinnit, Jacko, Joker finish as... Oh my god, Jacko nearly got 1st. Look at that podium. Oh my god, 500 separate Jinnit and Jacko, then 700 separates Joker and Jacko. Jumping, Jesus, that was close. Will Ans finishes in 4th. And the lap cars are Cake Thomas and Krusty Tier, but I believe that they both liked out. Impossible Bacon finishes 6th. Sean Connery takes over the rest of the announcements, with Mahi finishing 7th. Best Punch finishing 8th. Money Matt finishing 9th. Knuckles just barely missing out on Money Matt. A 6th hundredth of a second behind. Random Serious finishing 11th, not the race that he was hoping for. VTech finishing 12th. Smith-Pell won the last few over the line, but he should have shirt change quite locked up here. We'll switch over to him, coming over the line, trying to spin out. Kaz actually the last to come through the chicane, going really slow, and while he does that, we'll thank everyone that did tune in to this stream. Valentine, Cam, Nikki, thank you for keeping me entertained in chat. I very much appreciate it. But that will be it for us here in the Midwest F1 League. We are coming to a close, and we do come to a close on the Friday night series, multiplayer series. Midwest F1 League week is done. So thank you once again for tuning in, whether you did Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, and thank you for checking out the YouTube channel if you're rewatching the video on there right now. Be sure to go take a peek at our Twitter page as well as our Instagram page, which we very much appreciate the follows and the views. So share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your dog. And I hate when people say that, but I have to say that, like I said last on Thursday, is that I hate when people ask me to follow and subscribe when I don't want to, because it appreciates it. But honestly, we do appreciate it. It does feel good when just getting one follower. So by all means, please do if you have the time. But that is our podium, celebrating up there with Janet to winning, get the winning. Jacko just barely comes second, and Mystic Joker barely missing out on the win as well as on second place. Probably the tightest podium that we've ever had in the Midwest F1 League, so that's pretty fun to see. I'll go through the order one more time, then I'll say goodbyes and kick it off to the weekend. We got Janet to win it in first, Jacko second, Joker third, as we just saw. Will Ann's finishing fourth once again, I believe it was. Monkey Mafia fifth, Apostle Bacon sixth, Mahi Mahi seventh, the Best Pawns eighth, Many Matt ninth, Knuckles 10th. Into the bottom half, we see Random Serious, VTech, Smith, Pell, Kaz, Cake Thomas, and Krusty Tier, ZGS, and Snooker DNFing. But yeah, enjoy your weekend. I mean, that's it. That's all she wrote. Have a good one. I mean, have some boozy booze if you like it. Hum some of the electric lettuce. You do you. Enjoy your time. We'll be seeing you Wednesday evening back here on the Midwest F1 League Twitch channel. So check us out live if you do so. We'll see you there. Bye-bye.